Hey guys, this is Warren with KLGadgetTV, and I just got back from my Chinese New Year holidays and really can't wait to share with you my thoughts on this cool portable charger right over here. This is the Omnicharge Omni 20 Plus Smart Portable Charger. Now, there is a reason why it is called smart, because not only it comes with standard USB ports for charging your smartphone and other USB devices, but it also comes with a DC port that charges other devices such as your laptops and camera chargers, and it even has an AC port right over here that lets you plug in other electrical appliances. So let's take a look at the features of the Omni 20 Plus, and I'll share with you my thoughts after that. So Omnicharge is kind enough to send me this review unit a couple of weeks ago, and it comes in this box right over here. I'm not sure whether if this is the retail package, but I assume that it is. Now, as you can see here, the retail box is actually pretty cool. It actually explains the wattage that each charging port can go up to, and it even gives you an explanation of the charger's features right over here. So inside the box, of course, you get the Omni 20 Plus right over here, but you also get the quick start guide and another warranty card, and you also get a converter plug, which is for Asian markets here, because this one only comes with a 2-pin EU plug. So they are really kind enough to pack in a converter plug right over here so that you can use our Malaysian local electrical appliances. All right, so of course, on top of that, you also get a standard USB-A to C cable and a USB-C to C cable. There is no DC plug available, which is kind of unfortunate, because I thought they would have packed a DC barrel port to a male-to-male cable right inside the box, so you don't need to go hunt for one. But if you want to do that, you will need to purchase off online or some of the places if you manage to get it. Now let's take a look at the Omni 20 Plus. Now right under the hood, it packs a 19,200 mAh battery, which is just slightly below the flight safety standards. The maximum battery capacity that you can carry up on the plane is 20,000 mAh, so this is just nicely below it, and it's a great thing. Then it's portable enough to fit in your bags. Now, despite it being portable, it's not exactly the lightest charger, because it packs a really huge battery right inside and all the circuitry right inside. I think it weighs about 300 or 400 grams. It's actually pretty hefty and weighs as much as a gaming laptop power brick. Now on the front here, you get a really nice small OLED panel that tells you the wattage information and the ports that it is being activated. And to turn on the power bank, it is not as straightforward as plugging a USB port onto one of them and plugging into your device, because you will need to press and hold the power button to turn on the power bank, just like you turn on a typical device, right? So there's two buttons right over here that lets you either activate or deactivate one of the ports and a USB port, and all you need to do is to just press on one of them to turn off if you are not using them at all. So currently I already have the AC and barrel port turned off, and if I want to turn it on, simply just press it again, and you can see that the LED light is now flashing to tell me that it is ready. Now, one thing that's great about the Omni 20 Plus is that it has its individual wattage controllers on each of the ports. So for instance, if you're using up two of the USB-A ports on the front here, that wattage doesn't get shared to the AC port or the USB-C port, which is actually amazing, because most power banks, if you use up all the ports, it will share all the wattage across, which will cause slow charging and insufficient power to certain devices, and that doesn't happen on the Omni 20 Plus. Now, what's a smart charger without having settings and menus, right? So the Omni 20 Plus has a really neat menu by double tapping on the power button right over here. Now, once inside, you get to see a list of settings that you can configure, including the voltage rating of the DC port right over here. So you get up to 4 different voltage. So the maximum here is 100 watts, as you can see. So make sure to choose this correctly, otherwise you will have the risk of burning your device. Alright, so of course you do get other settings like wall socket to choose between 230 volts or 300 volts HVDC, just in case you want to connect a high wattage laptop charger. You will have to choose the 300 volt one. Right, let's just go back, and you have USB port. You can set it by default to have it turned on or off. Of course, we are going to have it turned on by default. Screen off time, that's actually quite neat. That basically saves a little bit of power. So I'm never going to have it turn it off, because it's really cool to see the wattage running. And of course, auto shutdown, just in case if you're not using it at all, it will auto shut down the device to save power. Temperature, to see whether you want to show temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit, depending on which one you're familiar with. button light, you can have it on or off. That is to save power as well. And finally, time remaining, hide or show the remaining power that is for the battery. All right, and you have language settings, factory reset, about, and exit, and that's pretty much about the settings page of the Omni 20 Plus. In terms of ports, the front USB-A ports right over here supports the Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0 standards and supports up to a maximum power of 18 watts. So if you have 2 of these ports used up, you know the drill, it is going to split the power into 9 watts for each of the ports here. Now over to the right here, you get a barrel port and a USB-C port that actually supports up to a maximum input of 45 watts, which is actually a little underwhelming because this is going to take a bit of time to charge up the Omni 20 Plus large battery here, because 45 watts is really slow, to be honest. But surprisingly, the output for this barrel port here supports up to 100 watts with a rating of 20 volts and 5 amperes. That's actually a pretty huge power output that it has right over there, whereas the USB-C port will support up to 60 watts. I'm actually disappointed why the USB-C port can't have a 100 watt output, because that is actually quite standard on most power banks these days, but you know, it just has 60 watts, and I guess that is what it is, all right? And on the left here, you get an AC port that also supports a maximum 100 watt output. So don't try anything crazy on this thing, such as a hair dryer or a coffee machine, because it will not work at all. But if you're using it for printers or mobile chargers, it will definitely work. Let me just show that to you right now. So I currently have the AC port activated already. Let's just plug it in like this and turn on the printer, all right? And there you have it. It just works. So I've been using the Omni 20 Plus for about 2 weeks already, and I can tell you that I'm absolutely loving this over any of my other power banks, and that's because of the versatility that it has to power my other devices. Because from time to time, I actually switch between laptops, and you know, not every laptops have USB-C charging, so sometimes I gotta use the AC port right over here to charge up my laptops, which is really convenient right over here. So yeah, the Omnicharge Omni 20 Plus is a recommended device to anyone who really wants the versatility to charge all their devices on the go. So this thing will retail at $249 US, which is actually kind of pricey if you ask me, even if it is in US dollars, you know. But you know what? There's no any other portable power stations that can offer such kind of versatility and offer such kind of convenience. So yeah, that's pretty much about my quick thoughts and a quick review of the Omni 20 Plus portable charger. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more tech videos coming right up. Click on the link below to check out the Omni 20 Plus over at Omnicharge website, and a quick shout out to them again for sending this over for our evaluation. That's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in our next video.